What shall we talk about?
I think during the last talks we have talked about the question of intelligence. A bit we have touched it. And how to bring intelligence to our life so that somehow intelligence operates in our life.
Yes, sir.
And I wonder if we could
Pursue that. Right. Any other question?
When and why will a human being genuinely ask, what is intelligence? Related to this question.
Why do we ask?
And when?
When do we ask what is intelligence?
Genuinely ask.
Yes. Any other question?
I wonder, what is the morning meeting for?
Beg pardon?
What is the morning meeting for?
The morning meeting. What is the morning meeting for?
Good Lord. Any other?
Why do you give these talks?
Huh?
Why do you give these talks? And why
do you give talks?
Yeah.
Would you like me to shut up?
No, what is the purpose that you, if you have any purpose by giving this talk?
Why do I talk? I really, I must. Is that all?
How do you know all the things you're speaking about?
Hmm?
How do you know all these things you're speaking about?
How do you know when you are becoming to be intelligent?
Yes. How do you know all that you're talking about? Not from books, not from other people, ancient books or the modern books, modern philosophy, and so on. I'll explain all this a little later as we go along. May I? Any other questions?
How do you know when you start beginning to get intelligence? Well, start becoming intelligent.
How do you know what intelligence is?
No, in yourself when you start to become more intelligent.
How can you tell? How can you tell you're becoming intelligent?
We'll find out presently.
It's so hard.
We were driving the other day, nearly 2 weeks ago, along the Pacific coast of California. It was a lovely morning. It has rained, and generally in California it doesn't rain that part of the year. And it was a really lovely morning. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And the Pacific was blue, light blue, so calm, like a great lake. It was not the same dark blue of the Mediterranean, but it was a light blue. And the sun was just touching it, making a great light on the sea. And in front of our car, Mrs. Zimmeris was driving, and it was a good car. On the bumper, there was a sticker. The sticker said, "Question authority." So we are going to question authority this morning. And in questioning authority, we're going to find out for ourselves in the understanding of the very complex problem of authority, we'll begin to see what is for ourselves, what is intelligence. Why we follow, why we accept, why we obey. Whether authority and the acceptance of authority leads to intelligence. We're going to talk it over together, right? Right. Do you question authority? You know what that word means? We won't go into the root meaning of that word, the etymological meaning, but authority. There are various kinds of authority, right? The authority of the government, however rotten that government is, the authority of totalitarian governments, the authority of the policeman, the authority of a lawyer, the authority of a judge, the authority of the Pope, the authority of a priest, right? All those are outside the skin. But inwardly, inside the skin, there is the authority of experience, of one's own experience, one's own convictions. Right? Are you following all this? Authority of one's own opinions. Authority of one's own convictions. I am convinced I am a great man. That becomes the authority. I am convinced I am a good poet. Where I may be a rotten poet, but I am convinced. I am convinced about so many things. So, experience, knowledge become one of the sources of authority, right? Right, you follow? Because we're examining a very complex problem. The problem of authority. The authority of the parents, the authority of tradition, the authority of the majority of the voters, right? The authority of the specialists, the authority of scientists. There are several of them here. The authority of the Bible and the Indian so-called sacred books like the Bible and so on. The Quran, you know what the Quran is? The Bible of the Islam, of the Islamic world, the Mohammedan world. They accept that completely. Obey. So, there are many, many forms of authority. Right? Now, what do you question? When you question authority, what are you questioning? The authority of rules, the authority of those educators who tell you, inform you. Now, please discuss this with me. Because in inquiring very carefully, step by step, and going deeper and deeper into this question, you will yourself begin to awaken your own intelligence. You understand? Your own perception, your own how to look at things intelligently without authority. Is this clear? Have I made my statement clear? You're clear? Good. Are you quite sure? The authority that exists outside of us. Law, governments, the majority people who vote for a prime minister, the authority of the policeman, the authority of a lawyer, the authority of a surgeon, the scientists who are building the nuclear bomb, the authority of the totalitarian states, and so on and on, outside. Inside of us, I say I know, that becomes the authority. Or I am convinced, I am quite sure my opinion is correct. I am quite sure my experience tells me what to do. That becomes the authority. Or I have practiced certain discipline and that has become my authority. You understand? So, we are going to question all this. The outer and the inner. The environment and the psychological realm. Clear? Now let's proceed. We're going to question, not say it's right or wrong, but inquire, question, doubt, ask. Now let's begin. The authority of the policeman. Right? Do you question that?
Isn't it necessary?
Huh?
Isn't that necessary?
But question it first. Don't say it's necessary. You see, you've already accepted authority.
Yeah, but there's not very much that we can do about it.
No, you can't do anything about it. Huh?
We don't want that kind of authority, but we can't.
You don't want that kind of authority? Suppose I've been driving in France on the right side of the road, and I come here. I'm used to driving a car on the right side of the road in France, in Austria, and so on. I come here and I keep to that side, right? To the right side. And there'll be accidents, right? So the policeman says, hey, get back. Go to the left. But if I insist on keeping right, he'll give me a ticket. So, I accept the authority of a policeman who tells me, you are driving in the wrong lane, please kindly go to the left. Because that's the custom, that's the law in this country. Right? Huh?
That's quite sensible.
That's quite sensible. It is. Now, then, the authority of governments is much more complex. The authority of the government says you must become a soldier. In Europe, you have to become a soldier for 2 years. Fortunately, not for women. In Switzerland, in France, in all the European countries, You have for 2 years, you have to be a soldier. Do you accept that authority?
If you don't, it's really.
No, just think it out. Look at it carefully. They say we have to protect our country. Right? In case of war, we are prepared to fight the enemy. Have you ever heard of that phrase? A general says, we have met the enemy. It is us. Have you heard of that phrase? Have you understood that phrase? We have met the enemy. It's us. We are the enemy to ourselves. Sorry. So, find out. Government says, all governments, the most inefficient government also says, you must fight for the country. There is a tremendous authority. Right? What's your response to that?
If I was in that situation, say I'm a Swiss citizen, and I'm asked to join the army, I wouldn't do it.
No, then you would go to prison.
Oh, I'd go to another country.
They won't let you.
Well, there are ways.
Huh?
There are ways.
Oh yes, but you can never go back to your country again.
Yeah.
I know several people who have done this. But they can never go back to their own country. Is that the answer? Question what you are saying.
Perhaps to some degree it is.
I said question, sir. Question what you will do, or is that when government says you must become, you are conscripted, drafted, as they use that word in America, drafted, here the word is conscripted, and you are asked to join the army. That is supreme authority. Do you question that?
By question, do you mean where authority comes from?
No. Government says you must.
Okay, what exactly do you mean by question?
I mean by question, we are questioning authority, you understand?
It's not clear. I don't understand.
I've explained, sir, haven't I? Haven't we? We are, I told you, sticker in California. You say question authority. That means, do you accept authority? Where do you accept authority? Where don't you disregard authority? Right? Now, government says to you, as you are a young man, or going to be when you are 18, 19, 20, says you must become a soldier for 2 years. And they give you other alternatives, which are rather boring. Or when there is a war, all the people, grown-up boys and young men, are conscripted. That is that authority of the government. Do you question that authority?
Yes, but what can you do about it?
You're going to find out. We're going to find out. But first question is that what you will do when somebody, government, asks you to become a soldier. It's a very complex problem. I don't know if you can go into this. They say we must protect our country, right? Right? So you have to question, what's our country?
This is all that we know around us, our language.
Which means what?
That which we're familiar with.
Take for instance, England says to you, the British government says to you, we are going to be attacked by somebody and you must train yourself, carry a gun and become all the rest of it, and fight. Now, what's your response? Poor chaps.
Probably won't want to.
Huh?
You probably won't want to.
You probably don't want to. Then they either, if you are in Russia or other countries, they shoot you. Or they say if you don't want to, what is your reason?
You don't want to kill another man.
Huh?
You don't want to kill another human being.
So is that your conviction?
No, I think.
But careful, I'm asking a question out. He says you don't want to kill another human being. Is that your conviction? Is that your religion? Do your parents also are religious that way? They ask all these questions from body. I'm not inventing them.
What's the point of killing somebody else?
Huh?
What's the point of killing somebody else?
What is the point of killing people?
Yeah. I mean, it's
They have done this.
it's about question.
They have done this for 5,000 years and more. The Greeks did it, the Egyptians did it, the Sumerians and Babylonians and so on, so on, so on. Great empires were formed that way, killing people. The British Empire, which lasted 150 years, not like the Persian Empire or the Greek or the Egyptian. The Egyptian civilization for 3,000 years undisturbed. That's it. So people have been killing each other for the last 5,000 years and more. So what's your answer?
Perhaps you just become a soldier.
Huh?
Perhaps you become a soldier, but not the attitude of you're doing it for your country. And not with, because if you protest, that the very fact that you're protesting, in a sense, that becomes your own belief, your,
So, all
your
right,
fire.
so you become a soldier and you're ready to kill. And he said so. He said you might become a soldier. That means you are prepared to kill for your country. Right? So wait, go slowly. What's your country? What do you mean your country? We are questioning everything, you understand? What do you mean your country?
It's the American way. This is the way it's
So-
done.
I mean, you don't go in it patriotically. You don't. If you don't, perhaps you'll be put in prison.
I know you don't go in patriotically, you don't go in for your personal reasons, you don't go, but you are going to kill people.
Pretend not to.
Well-
I mean, don't kill them.
Huh?
Don't kill anybody, just carry a gun.
Then they kill you. Huh? All right. I know a man, he became a soldier, he was forced, and the officer said, "I will go into the front." And the soldier, this friend of mine, said, "All right, but when I get to the front, you are the officer, I'm going to shoot you first." because you have forced me to that position. And they said, this man is crazy. And they had psychologists and this psychiatrist and all the rest of them examined, but he kept on repeating that. He said, get back home. But don't play tricks like that. So, you don't say we are questioning. You are not questioning. I am sent, government, Indian government, unfortunately they can't, I'm too old. They question me as an Indian and say you must become a soldier. And you must protect your country. I question, I say, what is my country? What do you mean my country? Right? Question it. Who says it's my country?
Yeah, but they won't listen to that.
Huh?
They won't listen to that.
I'm questioning myself. Forget what the government says.
What do you mean by your country?
That's what I'm asking.
The country that you were born in is supposed to be your country.
Huh? Where you are born.
Yeah, that's supposed to be your country.
That's supposed to be your country. Why do I say it's my country?
Because you've lived there. And
Yes,
because
and you say it's your country. And I say it's my country. Right? Why do we say this? Why do grown-up people say this? And the young people say it? And it's been the tradition of thousands of years. My country, I'm going to protect it. It's your country, you're going to protect it. Let's kill each other.
Because they want to possess it, and if that possession is threatened by another country who feel possessive to their country, then you obviously are going to try to fight to possess your country.
I know. So you're willing to kill for your country?
It's a bit different. Is that other country, Russia, if we had a war and they took over our country?
No, may I ask your name?
Tessa.
Huh?
Tessa.
Tasha.
Tessa.
Sasha.
Tessa.
T. Tessa.
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 Tessa. T.
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 Tessa. Ah, Tessa. You're not following step by step into this. What is my country? Why have the world, the earth, has been divided in my country, your country? Why?
But it's always that.
Huh?
It's always that. My book, not your book.
You know, so go on and question all this. Why? Why have human beings, for thousands of years, have said, this is my country and that's your country?
Well, you have...
Why?
Okay. Well, you have dark skin, I have light skin. You speak that language and I speak this language. And there's a group of people around me who speak the same language, and a group of people around you speak your language and look the same as you. That's your country and I'm in my country.
Why have we done this?
Well, because you look different.
No. All right.
And language.
No. Are we different?
No, it's just the skin and the
Yeah,
colour.
that's answering.
Yeah,
I am black.
yeah, on the
You are
surface, yes.
pink or blue. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm black or you're pink or white or whatever. No. For that reason we fight each other?
Yeah, and you believe in that?
No, just begin slowly, sir. Do you kill me and I kill you because I'm black and you are fairly near approaching white?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, because
No, question, sir. Don't answer. Question first.
I don't think so, because I think it's my book, and it's a very precious book. And my friend said it's my book, and I killed him for my book.
Yes, so.
And I think it's not because of he's black and I'm white.
Quite
It's,
right. So, what do you say? Go on. Why do we do that?
Because human...
Question it. I'm questioning you. You're not questioning it yourself.
Is it not a natural response to want to possess something?
Yes, that's a natural response.
You see
Where does it begin? When does it begin? Careful. Question. Don't accept anything natural and say it's natural and stick. Question why it's natural.
I don't think a baby
That's it. Begin with a baby. That's quite right. Begin with this small baby. You give him a toy and he holds it, right? And the other baby says, ah, and he pulls it away, right? Haven't you seen this? So, there it begins. Mine and yours. And we build this up.
It makes you feel safe, doesn't it? It makes you feel safe, and when people, and you feel threatened when other people want it, so you're going to...
That's right. So I'm saying we build this up gradually as we grow up. This is mine and that's yours. And I'm going to hold to mine and you hold to yours. So what does it all mean? Question this. I say it's my country. And you say it's your country. Question why people say that.
Well, perhaps through repetition and through education, you see, one has...
Of course, through education, through history, through propaganda, through everything, you come to the point when you are so conditioned, say it's my country and your country.
Because perhaps...
Huh?
Perhaps...
Question first.
Is it not a matter of security?
What's that?
Is it not a matter of security?
Security. Now, you understand what Mr. Smith said. It's a matter of security. I feel secure with my family, right? My father, my brother, my sister, my aunts, I feel they will protect me, they are part of me, right? The family. Then increase it, the community, right? Move it still further, the nation, right? I identify myself first with the family, then with the community, with the society, then with the nation. I'm British, right? That means I feel secure, right? Right, we agree to that? You're quite sure? I feel secure when I say I'm British. And the Frenchman says, I'm French. He's completely secure. The language, the custom, the tradition, the way, the intellectual approach, and so on, so on. French and English. And the German says the same thing, right? That they all want security, all of them. Right? Agree? Your question, they all want security.
And they're willing to kill for that.
Huh?
They're willing to kill for that.
That's it. So each person says, it's my security and your security. So we're going to fight. Which means what?
But then your last threatening, so...
Yes, there is no security. Right? Just look at it carefully first.
Then your security has been a completely psychological security.
That's it.
Nothing having to do with actually what's happening.
That's right. So you are now. Haven't you learned something? Haven't you become intelligent? Right? You see something. That is, I seek security in the nation, you seek security in your nation, and we're going to fight each other to be secure. And the governments exploit us. People exploit us for that reason. So there is no security as long as there are nationalities.
What can we do about it?
My darling, wait.
But we insist that there is security in the nation.
No, first see, by questioning we have come to this point that when we try to seek security in the family, in the community, and so on, in the nation, and we also seek in your own way nation, and they quarrel, when they fight each other, kill each other, security is denied to both of us. Right? So in nationalities there is no security.
But how do we actually see that?
What?
How do we actually see that? That there is no security in...
It's obvious.
Nothing can be done unless everybody thinks like that.
Vast majority, 99.9, see, I say yes, we must kill each other to be secure.
But that's just...
Okay, if it's so...
Not okay.
No, can I just say something? You know, if it's so obvious, why don't we actually change? You know, I've talked to students and staff after these talks, and they're just as confused as ever.
Huh?
You know, if it really is obvious that there is no security in my belief, my country, and so on.
No, my country, wait a minute, my country. It's an illusion, isn't it?
You mean it's not real?
Seeking, no, it doesn't exist. I want security, and you want security, and we say security lies in my nation, and you say security lies in your nation, and we are killing each other. Right? The United Nations is like that. Right? Right? So, there is no security in nationalities. Right?
But we saw that, but that doesn't change. It's the same after the talk, it's the same. It's my country. I saw it's not a security, but it's always here.
Huh?
He says it doesn't change after you know it's yours.
You change. Don't bother about the rest. You become intelligent. We are talking about intelligence.
You know, I think there's
when you see for yourself there is no security in nationalities, that very perception is intelligence. Right?
But he's saying that he has only partially seen it, so when he goes out he's still going on with it.
Then you haven't seen it. Be as simple as that. If you don't see it's partial. It's like examining a lot of blind people looking at an elephant.
Well, why do we all say we do see it?
Then don't be a nationalist. That's intelligence. Right?
I don't know what intelligence is.
What? You explained it. Somebody explained.
Well, someone tell me what intelligence is. Someone.
Was that I told you last time?
No. I've already heard what he says. Now I want to hear what someone in here says.
What, you mean the proper definition of?
No, intelligence. What is it for you?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean, well, I believe what he says.
No, I don't
You don't believe what I
say. No, will someone care to explain? I mean,
I would say it's an action that is not contradictory. See, I mean, somehow intelligence has to be whole, cannot be fragmented. You see, I mean, not that you say something and then you do something completely opposite.
But you actually live that way.
No.
So it's just a bunch of words.
Yes.
Then.
But again, don't make it so complicated, because Krishnaji is just taking one thing and he's talking about nationalism, and he says if you drop nationalism, you're beginning to be intelligent. That's the beginning of intelligence.
Yeah, but we always talk about this intelligence, we all want to live intelligently, but we never do. We leave this room.
Because it's up to you.
We do that.
We do that, do we? Really? Do you?
No, do. From now on.
No, I'm not.
Don't ask
From
about
now on,
someone else.
do that.
It is clear that, everyone here knows a bit of what is going on and is a bit intelligent, I think. And still, you see the mess here in the school. It's nice to be here, but still, exactly the same problems are here as in everywhere else in the world.
You can understand it, but it's hard to actually do it.
You understand. I have lived in India, and I'm convinced my security is in India. And you are convinced in Pakistan next door that your security lies being in Pakistan. And we fight each other for our security, right? Kill each other. You have no security when you kill me, and I have no security when I kill you. It's so obvious, right? What are we? This is intelligence.
But still, there's this block.
What?
I don't actually see it.
Ken, are you nationalistic? Or are you talking about the subtler issues that we...
Perhaps, I don't know. I can see it on the surface, yeah. To believe in nationalism, there is no security in that. But
all right, let's leave nationalism.
But still, there's something. I feel I must feel something to actually see this. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, I understand what you mean. People feel very patriotic, don't they? Huh? When this country attacked or went to war in Falkland, people were tremendously excited, very patriotic. And for that reason, go and kill somebody.
They're so small-minded.
Huh? Let's take another thing, perhaps that will explain.
But if you can't see that, what is he going to see?
Huh?
What?
If you can't see that as intelligence, what can he see?
She's insulting you. He says, if you can't see that, what the hell can you see? So let's take something else. We are questioning authority. In Christianity, I'm not condemning Christianity, I'm just examining it. In Christianity, belief and faith are essential, right? Why have they made belief and faith so important?
Well, if I live according to the Christian belief, I'll live eternally after I die.
Yes, what does that mean? Question it. What does that mean?
It's another kind of security.
Yes. You see, right? if I believe in Jesus, if I believe in Virgin Mary, if I believe in a complete faith, I feel safe. Right? And the Indian, 5,000, says, I believe not in Jesus, but I believe in my own God. He feels perfectly safe. You come along and say, what nonsense this is. Just a belief. You can invent any belief and find security in that. Right? So, is there security in belief?
No.
Right? Why do you say no?
Well, because if you believe...
Why do you say no? Question, why do you say no?
Because if you believe that and I believe this, we meet, there's no security because we'll blow each other to smithereens.
The same thing with nationalities. Right? That's all. So, understand, vast majority of the Western world accept this belief and faith in all their church and all that. They believe that very strongly, which means what? They create an illusion, an image, and believe in that. Which means they are living in illusion. And illusion gives them safety. They feel safe in illusions. Right? Now, have I got illusions? Have you got illusions?
Okay, perhaps I've seen...
Wait, question it.
No, I've read that most of our thoughts are controlled by the subconscious, that which we are unaware of.
We'll come to that presently. I'm asking you, do you... Well, I've asked that question, answer it. Do you have beliefs so strongly which give you comfort? Feel, my God, at last I've found something that gives me satisfaction. That means, are you living in illusions? Right? Have you got illusions?
Yes.
Yes. Question is why?
If you think, I'm a good student, and you think, I'm a good student, but then you see another person who's a better student, or who perhaps is a bit quicker than you, and you get jealous.
Yes, that's wrong.
And so, you definitely, if you try to get away from the jealousy by suppressing it doesn't work.
No, I'm asking you, a boy, if I may call you a boy, I'm asking you, have you got any illusions?
Yes.
Right? Question why you have. Question first, realize, first become aware that you have illusions, right? I have illusions, my country. I have illusions that I'm a Christian, I worship, all the rest. That's an illusion. And have you any other kind of illusions?
Seems like we all have ideas. We all have ideas or illusions of what or
So,
who we are.
Are ideas illusions? Go on, sir. Question, Mama. Are ideals illusions?
Yes, because they never deal with what's happening
That's
right now.
right.
It's always something you want to be,
Yeah.
as compared to something.
So, ideals, right? And your beliefs are illusions. Why do you have them?
Because you're insecure.
Huh?
Because you're insecure.
Yeah. So, you found security in illusions.
Everyone thinks.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks, but I'm asking you.
Yes, I think too, and sometimes I think.
Not sometimes, now. I'm asking you now, have you got illusions of such kind in which you are living, with which you are living? Now please understand why we are questioning. We are questioning all these things by understanding them, realizing their nature, and becoming intelligent. If a man lives in kind of false illusions, he is not intelligent. Right? So we are trying to find out what is supreme intelligence. Supreme intelligence is to have no illusions. That's only the beginning of it. Right? Have you got illusions?
Well, I've made an illusion of perhaps intelligence, you know. I think that if I find out what intelligence is, I'll be completely by myself.
Oh no. I'm enjoying you.
You know, and that scares the hell out of me.
I might join you, all of us might join you and say, by Joe, what intelligent man, let's find out how you got this intelligence. So do you, all of us in this room, do we have illusions?
Aren't your words illusions for us? Aren't your words illusions for us?
What?
Aren't your words illusions for us?
Words?
Aren't your words illusions for us?
That depends on you.
Isn't what you say an illusion for us?
If you accept it. But if you begin to question your illusions, not my illusions.
You don't talk about stopping your illusions or suppressing them, just questioning them.
Yes. If you suppress them, they'll pop up again. Like Kleenex.
If
ladies first.
Ladies first.
Isn't it true also that many of our illusions breed from our conditioning?
Yes.
And what I wonder is that, okay, this is just for myself only, that I've grown up with an exposure to what you've been saying since I've been a baby.
So, wait, as you said, does not do not all these illusions indicate our conditioning?
Yes, that's what
Now, question your conditioning now.
Well, I think
first look at it carefully. What's your conditioning?
I haven't had that religious or political conditioning.
No, you may not have religious or political conditioning, but you are conditioned. Right? Question that. What do you mean by conditioning? What are you conditioned?
Conditioned by my own experience, even.
Yes,
Maybe not
by
even
your,
anything.
that's right. Then you begin to question your experience.
I'm trying. It's so difficult to separate it.
No. By questioning, not saying I'm right, I'm wrong, right? By inquiring, exploring, your mind, which has become dull through conditioning, begins to quicken. Not quicken, it becomes more alive. Now, will you all do this? You are here at Brockwood not only to be academically excellent, but also psychologically supremely intelligent. Right?
That's an illusion.
Huh? What's that?
It's an illusion. It's an illusion. We can only hope.
No. Now just listen. Is it an illusion that you have to be academically good?
If you work hard enough, you can.
Huh?
If you work hard enough, you can be academically good.
You can be excellent academically, can't you? By studying.
Yes, but
Yeah, wait. Right? Studying, applying, paying attention to your beastly little books.
yeah, but some of it's interesting, so what's bad about that?
Huh?
Some of it's interesting. Some of the work that you do.
Yes, you have to be. Because that means if you are excellent academic, you may get a good job. Money. You have to earn. Now, psychologically, can't you be supremely excellent? Which means you live intelligently, therefore there is never conflict and so on. I won't go into all that.
So we have to think about everything we do. I mean, all our reactions.
Yes, that's what you have to watch, what you think, why you think, why you have such emotions, why you separate yourself from, and so on. You become aware, you become sensitive, alive.
You chat.
Yeah, I think we've all tried this. Most people in this room have actually tried it, but after a period of time, we forget about it. Caught up in it.
Can you forget hunger?
No.
No, you don't forget.
No, but becoming aware of...
No, don't go off. Can you forget danger?
No. But that's all the result of the intelligence of the body.
Look at it, oh boy. Just wait a minute. Can you forget danger? No. So what? Why? Why don't you forget it? Question it. I'm questioning you and your answer.
No, you don't want to die. If you're pointing a gun at me, I'm going to...
Please. You know what danger is?
Yeah.
Do you forget it?
No.
Why
I think
not?
you do.
Huh?
I think you...
Okay, physical danger. I don't forget.
You won't. Is not nationalism danger?
Yes.
Huh? So you say no more. No, I'm not a nationalist. I don't belong to any country. That's a danger. Right? Why do you forget it? You can't.
But I do.
Huh?
I do.
You do?
Oh my God. This is all very difficult.
I know, no. You see, you are not questioning. You are saying something without. I'm asking you to question everything you do, think, ask.
But perhaps that's not possible with my condition.
That's an excuse. You can question.
Sir, it seems the past year I've been really questioning everything I think. And sometimes I feel as though I'm just going in circles, just going within my...
But you're not questioning thinking.
Well, I'm questioning that right now. I'm questioning that it seems within our intellect we try to become more aware of our thoughts, and it's like our thoughts are aware of our thoughts.
Yes, quite
and
right.
Like
but you don't... I begin to question nationalism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I come to the point, I question my thinking. Thinking itself.
So it's like the intellect is only an instrument, and it's like it becomes sharper and sharper, and then to a certain point it just becomes, there's nothing more you can do with it.
It becomes sharper and sharper, therefore at the end of it becomes dull.
I almost
And
begin
have
to
you
think
understood
that.
what I say? The more you sharpen an instrument, the gradual way it often becomes dull. Right? A chisel keep on polishing, and using it becomes dull. So, question why your mind is becoming dull, but merely going round and round.
Because it's all thought. It's
No, you are not questioning it. I get depressed. Suppose I do. I don't. I have no depression. I never have been depressed. Suppose I am depressed. I just say, yes, I'm very depressed. I accept it. I don't say, now, why am I depressed? Is it I'm thinking about myself? Is it I can't get what I want? Is it somebody is better than me? Somebody is more beautiful than me? Somebody is more rich and so on. Is that the reason why I'm depressed? Right? If I am that, then I say, why am I doing this? You follow? Mm-hmm. Move. Right, sir? Are you doing it?
Sir, I think there must be a result decision from this questioning. So,
Pardon?
I think there must be a result or decision from this very questioning. So, shall we go on questioning this result? And
the questioning brings about a result.
Questioning becomes?
He says the questioning brings about a result. Should we question the result as well?
Of course.
And then when will we act?
You will stop questioning only when there is nothing more to question. That's not a clever statement, but see what happens. That when you begin to question seriously, step by step, then there is a point where there is only that state of mind that has no problems at all. I won't go into all this. But you don't start. You want to reach the end without beginning.
So do you say then that if you're depressed, question it, or just be aware of it?
Huh?
If you're depressed, are you saying that you should question it or just be aware of it?
Yeah. I'm depressed, I told you. I want to know why I'm depressed. I don't say, yes, I'm depressed. I say, why am I depressed? Is it I've eaten wrongly? I've not slept properly? Or I'm depressed because I can't get what I want? Or I am not as good as you, or I'm not as clever as you, right? Which means I'm always comparing. Why do I compare? Is it possible not to compare? See, I'm questioning all this. Can I live without comparison?
If we ask continually why, can't that process just reinforce
Of course,
that whole
that's
ego
how you
thing
do
that
it.
we're trying to question?
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm saying it must be done with intelligence. So you begin with the most ordinary things.
And that intelligence we don't have.
Huh?
We try to get intelligence and we have to use our intelligence to get the intelligence. I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
Exactly.
That's the problem. It's turning
Because
it's like what intelligence are you talking about? I mean, the description of intelligence we understand is that intelligence is not limited by thought or experience.
Yeah.
So how can I use the intelligence I have right now that's limited by thought and experience? I mean, it seems so...
No. Have you got intelligence now?
I think I do sometimes, yes.
Not sometimes.
But I can't say that I do.
You see, you make... Now, why don't you question that? Have you got intelligence now?
I don't think I do, no.
No. So
Not
begin.
the intelligence that I want to have.
So begin. Say, are you nationalistic? Are you seeking safety in your little family? Seeking security in your ideas? Seeking So I'm doing all the questions, you're not.
What if you seek security in some things but not in others?
What?
What if you seek security in some things but not in other things?
Yes. So what do you seek security in? In your looks? In your family? In some God? In some illusion? See, I'm doing. So what I'm pointing out very simply is most of us are so conditioned, right, that we become very dull. We repeat what somebody has said. Or we read greatly and be very knowledgeable, but you may be stupid. So I say, find out for yourself what is intelligence. And you can find out that by asking, questioning, doubting. You can't doubt everything. There is electricity, that light is there, you can't doubt it. Right? The tree, you can't doubt it. It's there. Right? The governments are there. The policeman is there. All the churches, all the things in the churches are there. So you begin to question. Huh?
Also your anxiety is there.
Come on?
Your anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yes, for the scientists.
Is it your anxiety?
What?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, all right. Question anxiety. Why are you anxious? Majority of people are anxious, right? Because they have no money. Or they're anxious their husband may be looking at somebody else. Right? The anxiety. Are you anxious? Any of you? Huh? You are anxious? Why?
Because of different things.
Huh?
Because of different things.
Tell me one.
So isn't it that the desperateness for security it's very forceful that the atmosphere of questioning is not there. That's why...
Tunki, I can't hear you.
The desperation, the desperate search
Huh?
for what he says is the desperate search for security prevents actual questioning.
Yes, sir.
So how can a person come
Just a minute, Tunki. When I'm very anxious, I can't question, right? But then there must be, I'm not anxious all the time. There is anxiety when I wake up. And as I take my coffee or tea, whatever it is, that anxiety recedes a little bit. Then I begin to question.
In this questioning of why, would it not be important to question without trying to find an answer? It seems like if we try to find an answer, we just give ourselves excuses for
Of course, that's what when you question, find an answer, question that answer. You follow some, learn the art. It's not just you begin to question everything. Learn the art of questioning. When you stop questioning sometimes, say, but why am I questioning? Look without question. You follow? Learn about it.
Do people become discouraged with their questioning because they don't get something from
Yes,
it?
sir. They get discouraged, disappointed, hurt.
Because they want something that will give them security.
Yeah. Or, I've been secure, but you're taking it away from me. I become anxious. What I'm, sir, just 2 minutes, just listen. Will you? I saw that ticket, that sticker on that bumper in California. And I said, I wondered, the gentleman or the person who put that sticker on the bumper really questions. Or it's just a slogan. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a slogan, but he never questions. He said, why am I doing this? Why am I thinking this? Why do I believe? So, questioning is a great art. Right? It isn't I question and move. I see the subtleties of it. Right? See the depth of it. And the beauty of inquiry, see bit by bit how extraordinarily complex this thing is. Why man has lived in illusions for thousands of years. If it's not Christian gods, then there is Muslim gods. Right? If it isn't that, there have been gods by the thousand for the last 5,000 years and more. Some people, like the Buddhists, deny God. But there was always this search, longing for something beyond all this misery. Right? All this conflict, all this ugliness in the world. So they invent something and they worship it. You understand?
Like enlightenment.
Yeah, quite right. Enlightenment is not something you experience or something that somebody gives it to you. That's also nonsense. So, as I was saying, sir, find out the art of questioning. Learn a great deal about it. You spend a great deal of time, don't you, in mathematics, learning mathematics, right? Or geography, history, whatever it is. And you don't give even 10 minutes to this. And so you become excellent in one direction and dull in the other direction. What time is it?
1 o'clock.
Huh?
1 o'clock.
I think you better stop, don't you? No? Would you like to try something? Sit very quietly. Just before you sit very quietly, absolutely quiet, with your eyes closed, and find out what you're thinking. And why you are thinking. That particular thought or a series of thoughts. Try it. and find out if your brain can be so quiet without a single thought